What is going on YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and it has been a very long time since I've tried Eternatus. So, I want to try out Meteor Beam Eternatus with Flamethrower, Dynamax Cannon, and Sludge Bomb. Very brave on this end because there's a lot of attack power flying in all directions, and I am not running Protect on this thing, but that's okay. I want to try to run the Meteor Beam tech, get a special attack boost, and then go from there. We have Torkoal on here to set Sun to benefit not only Eternatus' Flamethrower, but to benefit Venusaur as well. I know, super original, Torkoal Venusaur, but hey, let's try it out. There's a lot of Rinya Sun and just Sun in general running around, so why not run Torkoal and have some fun here? We're switching things up though. We're running Burning Jealousy on Torkoal instead of Heat Wave, so we'll try it out. I might just switch it back to Heat Wave, but the main idea, set Trick Room, Eruption, but Torkoal. We have Grimmsnarl for dual screen support. We have Mimikyu as our Trick Room setter. We also have it as a means of setting Solgaleo's weakness policy. Originally, I was thinking too of trying Necrozma Duskmane, but there's just something about Solgaleo that I just want to use today. Maybe it's because of Full Metal Body versus Prism Armor, but yeah, this Solgaleo is the shiny one that isn't as EV'd in speed as the regular colored one, so it can function in Trick Room for sure. We have Sunsteel Strike, we have Wild Charge for both Kyogre and Charizard, we have Earthquake there for any special defense boosts we might want. If we can hit an Incineroar with it, awesome, especially if it's a non-Sugarberry Incineroar, but I digress. Let's jump into the campaign to entertain and see what we can find for some battles. Okay, we have an opposing Trick Room team with Kyogre, Calyrex Ice as the restricted duo. We got Hatterene, we got Indeedee, Regieleki, and Porygon 2. So I definitely like my odds of Trick Room going up, whether or not it's my opponent or me setting it. So what do we want to do? Eternatus is scared of that Calyrex. It's not a big fan of that, but maybe what we can do is we can maybe lead Torkoal, and maybe what we can do is we can even lead Solgaleo. Maxing Solgaleo wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't mind getting a special defense boost, especially against the Indeedee, because we can always go Eruption. If they lead Kyogre, great, because Torkoal will be slower. I think we can run. Maybe Torkoal Mimikyu even, or even Solgaleo Torkoal or Solgaleo Mimikyu might not be too bad of a lead. We can bring Torkoal in the back just in case, and maybe we bring Grimmsnarl for screens. Yeah, maybe we do that, or even Eternatus might not be bad either, especially with Meteor Beam. We'll bring Grimmsnarl. Some screen support isn't too bad. Torkoal is not bad under Trick Room. It can be a pretty big powerhouse with eruptions. Yeah, we can do that. It turns into a Dynamax battle between Torkoal and Calyrex, or Calyrex and Solgaleo with Torkoal on the field. I can always Burning Jealousy. Yeah, because there'll probably be a high horsepower / Max Quake. It's Indeedee Porygon 2. That's more than okay with me. I think I can Shadow Sneak Solgaleo. I don't think we'll necessarily Dynamax right away, but I think what we'll do is we'll Shadow Sneak. No, we can't do that because Indeedee can follow me. I think what we'll do instead is I think we'll double into the Indeedee. Yeah, I think we might just double into Indeedee here, or what we could do. We could get big with Torkoal, or Solgaleo. Max Quake the Porygon 2 slot on the off chance that they don't go for Follow Me. And I think we can go for the Play Rough into the Porygon 2 slot. They'd probably just Follow Me, but that's alright. I don't mind getting special defense boosts into Solgaleo. Yeah, 2 special defense boosts wouldn't be terrible, especially even having a Max Quake. What I would love to do though is potentially get rid of Indeedee, and then that way we could South Proc. No follow me off the NDD, so I could have gone for the weakness policy, but I didn't. But putting some pressure into Porygon 2 is not bad. If they Shadow Ball me or even Foul Play, that's not a horrible thing either. I think maybe what they were thinking was maybe I might go Trick Room. So they're going to Expanding Force. They're going to break Mimikyu's Disguise. That's fine. I don't mind that. Solgaleo takes nothing from that because of the 4x resist. And if they Shadow Ball me, great. Oh, they're going to Shadow Ball Mimikyu, but it's not the end of the world. This Mimikyu is very bulky, so we can live with that. Now what we'll do is we'll go for the Play Rough and Steel Spike into the Indeedee slot, because I think Porygon 2 is going to try to recover. And Indeedee shouldn't be enough to take out Mimikyu at this range. Because Mimikyu's special defense is moderately good. We have a special defense boost on top of that too, so we'll see. Yeah, there's the Follow Me, so definitely good reason not to Shadow Sneak with Mimikyu here, but we'll go for there. We'll get a little bit of extra power out of the Steel Spike versus the Max Wig, thanks to Stab. Oh, let's. No, you're okay. Let's just not walk in front of the computer. Mimikyu does pick up Indeedee, which is great. So we can go for the yeah, there's Shadow Ball. So assuming we live this, we can self-rock, and if not, oh well. Yeah, we don't live that, but that's fine. We have a boost in each defense on Solgaleo. We can attack Porygon 2. I don't mind bringing Grimmsnarl in necessarily, but it all depends too on what my opponent's got. I don't mind Torkoal though, but I think we'll go Grim. Because Porygon 2 can be problematic too, so I wouldn't mind getting rid of it. Yeah, there's the Calyrex, okay. Now, Calyrex can also set Trick Room, so the question is do I think Porygon sets it, or do I think Calyrex sets it? I think we'll Steel Spike into Porygon, and I think we'll Spirit Break as well. I don't mind having the +2 defense either with Calyrex on the field. And plus, Grimmsnarl should be able to survive an attack from Calyrex. I mean, they might just straight Dynamax too, which could be a thing. They could Dynamax Trick Room, they could Ally Switch even. They don't, but that's more than enough to get rid of Porygon 2, which is great. We got +2 defense. We can even set Reflect to even help out Solgaleo. If we can stall out Calyrex's Dynamax, awesome. I'm pretty sure Calyrex is... Yeah, Calyrex is going for the Trick Room, but that's okay. We get a little bit of chip into Calyrex before it gets big. So I'm not opposed to that. We had the +2 defense. It would have been really nice to get our weakness policy off, but we didn't go for it. But that's okay. Calyrex has high horsepower, most likely, so chances are we can always go for something else like that. So they brought in Kyogre. What we could do, because the Trick Room is up on the field now, we could protect the Solgaleo in case they go for the Max Quake. They might go for a Hailstorm, but what I kind of want to do is I want to Reflect with Grimmsnarl, because I feel like Calyrex is going to be the Maxmon. They're going to protect, so maybe Water Spout and Glacial Lance. I could see that. Yeah, there's the Glacial Lance, so definitely good to have the Reflect up. We also get to dodge this with Solgaleo thanks to Protect. Grimmsnarl is going to take that no problem. The Water Spout we're probably not going to be as likely to take, but we get Torkoal in. Yeah, we get Torkoal, which means we now have Eruption. So we could even go Eruption, Sunsteel Strike, and a Calyrex. Which is not a terrible thing. We'll set the Sun. We could even Wild Charge Kyogre as well, which might not be bad. Yeah, we could do that. I think we'll Eruption, and I think we'll, Sunsteel. Did I Wild Charge or did I Sunsteel Strike into Kyogre? Oh, did I misclick? I might have misclicked. Okay. We'll find out. We're gonna Eruption, though. That'll be a good amount of damage. My opponent's gonna max, finally. I have a feeling this might be Kyogre. No, it's Calyrex. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because of all the raids I've done in Pokemon Go, too. The minute I saw that Premier Ball, I got thinking that might have been a Kyogre that was just transferred up. But we get a good amount of damage off the Eruption there with Torkoal. We also have the Reflect helping us, so the Weakness Policy is not the worst thing that I could see here. They're going to Hailstorm, which, that's fine. Solgaleo is going to take that, no problem. Yeah. And we also have the max Quake boost as well, so. Water Spout's still not firing quite at full power, which is also good. Oh, nice. We did Wild Charge, and we get to outspeed the Kyogre. So, that's great. We get rid of Kyogre here, so now we can Sunsteel Strike Calyrex and Eruption again. Which I'm more than okay with. Because they do have to go for single target attacks. I was thinking too, if Kyogre maxed, they could have maxed Geysered. It would have been a little bit less power, but they could have changed the weather back to rain. Kyogre would have had more firepower. And Torkoal would have lost considerable amounts of damage with Eruption, but hey, that works out. My opponent forfeits. Good game to my opponent. Okay, we have a Zacian Kyogre team with Regieleki, Urshifu, Galarian Moltres, Amoonguss, and Zacian, even though I already said that. Okay, so, what do we want to do? It's been a while since I've gone up against an Urshifu. Let's see. Torkoal Venusaur might not be bad here. If they lead Moltres, I could always try to go for the Sleep Powder. Maybe what I can do here is, maybe we'll lead Eternatus. Maybe we'll lead Eternatus and Grimmsnarl. I think we'll bring Solgaleo. And I don't know, because I really like the idea of playing the Trick Room with Torkoal as well. Maybe we go Torkoal, Mimikyu, Eternatus, and Solgaleo. Maybe that's what we do. We'll bring Torkoal in the back, actually. Yeah, we'll bring Torkoal in the back because I like some late game Eruption options. We'll see how it goes, though. Yeah. Late game Eruption could be good. It could be nice and strong. Yeah. Alright, so. Something the Parched. And Urshifu. Okay. Alright, so Urshifu and Galarian Moltres. Alright, so. I don't dislike this. But I don't love it either. I think we can go Trick Room. And I think we can Meteor Beam into the Moltres. Yeah, I don't dislike the idea of going for the Meteor Beam right into the Moltres. Alright, so they're going to Dynamax. That's interesting. So, is this the... Yeah, okay, so that's the Moltres Dynamaxing, so I don't hate the Trick Room going up here. That said, they could just double into Mimikyu. No, they're going to Detect. Alright, I really like that, actually. Come on, Meteor Beam. How much is this going to do to Moltres? Moltres is especially bulky. That's the one concerning thing, though. So, that is definitely not play rough range. And it is Berserk range. Okay, alright. So, they're going to Airstream into Mimikyu. Okay, great. In theory, that might make them faster than Eternatus. So, we could maybe go for the Dynamax Cannon. I think we can Dynamax Cannon and play rough into Urshifu. They're Life Orb too, so that's great. We don't have to worry about safety goggles if this turns into... actually, I don't even think I brought Venusaur. I think I just brought Torkoal and Solgaleo. Okay, so we'll play rough into Urshifu, and we'll Dynamax Cannon into Moltres. Because in theory, Urshifu and Moltres should both be faster than Eternatus thanks to that Airstream. So Trick Room should let Mimikyu go first, and then Eternatus. So we might get to pull off the Dynamax Cannon and see how much damage we do. We also connect the Play Rough into Urshifu. It is Focus Sashed. That was a crit too, so Mimikyu did phenomenal work there. Alright, so let's see. Let's go with the Dynamax Cannon here. And this should be enough because it does double in damage against Dynamax targets. And we are +1 special attack. Yeah, so Moltres is gone. That's one Dark type gone. If we can get rid of Urshifu, Solgaleo is in a very good position to clean up. So is Torkoal. They had Zacian, so we'll find out. We took that Wicked Blow really good as well. So, did they bring Zacian? If they did, that's wonderful. So, let's see. They brought Kyogre, alright. So, we could Shadow Sneak the Urshifu. And I think what we can do is, I think we can even Dynamax the Kyogre. Or Dynamax Cannon the Kyogre. We'll get rid of Urshifu with the Shadow Sneak. That's gone. We have to take whatever Kyogre does, though. It's Origin Pulse, so Eternatus should have no problem with this. Water Spout under the rain, I'm a little... we actually took that really good. Yeah. If I remember right, I think Eternatus' special defense is like base 90 or 95. It's throwing me off because out of the 3 Sword and Shield legendaries, I'm pretty sure Eternatus has the lowest defenses out of the 3 of them. Okay, we'll bring Solgaleo. And what I'm thinking what we could do, because we can always sub in Torkoal if we need to, depending on if they... Yeah, if they have Zacian, we can always sub in Torkoal. Yeah, it is Zacian. Okay, so... I don't dislike going for Max Quake into the Zacian slot. We have 2 turns of Trick Room left, so... I think we'll Max Quake. And I think we'll Dynamax Cannon into Kyogre again. Because what I can always do is I can always bring in Torkoal. Even burning Jealousy into Zacian would be wonderful. If I'm worried about them going for an attack into Torkoal and lowering Eruption's output, we can always go burning Jealousy. So we'll see. Yeah, because even if they protect, I get a little bit of chip damage into them. I get a special defense boost. They don't protect at all, so we're going to get a nice special defense boost into Eternatus. That's a clean one-shot as well. That's awesome. So, Eternatus is going to take this no problem at all, going up against Kyogre now. So, they Origin Pulse? Yeah, they Origin Pulse. We're going to take that no problem now. I mean, we didn't take it with any major problems with Eternatus, but the special defense boost is appreciated. And we're going to finish this off with the Dynamax Cannon, so there goes Kyogre. So, It worked out this time. I'm very happy about that. Eternatus is actually... I was worried about the Moltres, though, because, you know, we put it in the Berserk range, but hey, it worked out. We got the Trick Room up, even though Eternatus is ridiculously fast compared to what you would normally want for Trick Room, but hey, it worked out. Good game to my opponent. Okay, we have a Zacian Kyogre team with Incineroar, Zapdos, Seismitoad. I respect the Seismitoad. Grimmsnarl. Alright. So, excuse me. Alright, so, I think if we can get Trick Room set with Torkoal, we're in a really good position. Even Venusaur is not in a bad position. We could even maybe go Torkoal Venusaur. We might not... We might not even need Trick Room. We might just need the Sun. So maybe what we'll do, we'll lead Venusaur and Torkoal. I think we'll bring Eternatus, because that does look pretty good into Zapdos. And I think we'll bring Solgaleo. I think we'll actually leave Mimikyu on the bench this time. And we'll go from there. I want to be able to Meteor Beam that Zapdos. I want to get rid of Kyogre's Rain, if possible. And if we can get rid of Seismitoad, that'd be great. I almost said Rindo, but yeah. Anyways, I'm thinking about the Grass Berry there, Rindo Berry. Yeah, good times. Yeah, if we can Energy Ball the Seismitoad and get rid of that, awesome. Let's see. Grimmsnarl and Kyogre. Alright, so we do get to get rid of the Rain. So I don't mind that at all. We can get rid of the Rain. We could protect Torkoal this turn. And what we could do is we could even maybe try to Sleep Powder the Kyogre. I don't think we necessarily have to get big right now. I think we can just Sleep Powder Kyogre. And even bringing in Eternatus might not be too bad either. I don't know if I want to yet, though. They do have a Zacian on their team. So I think maybe, yeah, I think we do bring Eternatus in because I don't want to... Okay, they're going to withdraw that. Let's see who's coming in. It's Incineroar. That's not a terrible thing to put to sleep if we manage to land this. So we can switch out Torkoal here. Now, if they taunt my Venusaur, that's not great either. They might have Taunt on Grimmsnarl. No, they have Light Screen. Alright, that's great. We can Sleep Powder Incineroar. And I think now we just double Sludge Bomb the Grimmsnarl. Yeah. I think we do that there, because I think the Light Screen won't let me take out the Incineroar with Meteor Beam. And yeah, that's definitely the right call there. Try to get rid of Grimmsnarl. Because I don't feel like taking repeated Thunder Waves. And we got a pretty good chance of poisoning if this doesn't... Yeah, who am I kidding? We just took it out. Yeah, we just took out Grimmsnarl. We know they have Kyogre. So... We might end up getting big with Venusaur to deal Kyogre. Yeah, this might even turn into a Venusaur game. Because Vinelash is not a terrible thing to have. Doing residual damage. The question is do I want to do that, though? Yeah, we'll go for Vinelash damage. No, actually what we're going to do, we're going to Sleep Powder Kyogre. We're going to bring Torkoal back. I want that Rain gone. And what I think they might do is I think they might max Kyogre and go for Max Geyser into the Eternatus slot expecting Torkoal. So if they do that and I put them to sleep, wonderful. Incineroar switches out. Awesome. So, there's the Zacian. Did I call this right? So far, so good. They do max Kyogre. Now, with the light screen up, Weather Ball Weather Ball even without light screen is definitely not a KO indization, but it should still sting. We land the Sleep Powder, awesome. They're not Lumberry, that's even better. So, I think what we can do now, I think we Weather Ball into Zacian, and I think we still go for the Eruption. And my opponent forfeit. Okay. That's easy enough. 1 KO. Eternatus didn't really do much, just took out a Grimmsnarl, but hey, I'm good with that. Good game to my opponent. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this Eternatus and Solgaleo team in action. We played against 3 different Kyogre teams. One had Calyrex Ice Rider, and the other 2 had Zacian. Overall, it was a pretty good time. That first match there, we played against a Trick Room-oriented team with Kyogre and Calyrex Ice Rider, and my opponent did play pretty good, all things considered, because they did have the Porygon and Indeedee. They had the opportunity to follow me to take away Shadow Sneak at any point to set off Solgaleo's weakness policy, because Indeedee would have just been protected by 1, its normal typing, and 2, the Psychic Terrain. But we got rid of Porygon 2, we got rid of Indeedee pretty quick. Solgaleo got boosted, and yeah, basically once Solgaleo got boosted up there, Torkoal and Solgaleo were able to deal with Calyrex and Kyogre, with my opponent opting to forfeit with their Dynamax Calyrex still on the field. Game 2 with the Galarian Moltres and an Urshifu lead with Kyogre and Zacian in the back. It worked out pretty good that my opponent Dynamaxed Moltres went for an Airstream into into Mimikyu. We got our Trick Room up, and because of the Airstream, Eternatus was actually slower, so we were able to get Meteor Beam turn 1, get a special attack boost, and then pick off Moltres with a Dynamax Cannon, while Mimikyu landed a crit into Urshifu, brought it down to its Focus Sash. We got to pick it off with Shadow Sneak. Good time. Especially too because Eternatus was able to take Kyogre's Origin Pulse without any problems, and then Solgaleo came in and cleaned up against the Zacian. Game 3, we got to troll the opponent with some Sleep Powder, so shout out to the Wide Lens on my Venusaur. We get to put Incineroar to sleep with them switching in, which was definitely great. They definitely read into me switching in Torkoal to override their rain after Kyogre came back onto the field, and they Dynamaxed, which they definitely played that right. Unfortunately, Kyogre got a case of the sleepies. There's no way of phrasing it any better than that. We got that second Sleep Powder off, and I understand why they forfeit. It's not a fun method to play against, but hey, it sure is heck fun to do. And hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I wanted to win. I saw my win con. There we go. Unfortunately, Eternatus didn't really get to do much that game, though. We did get to land the second Sludge Bomb into Grimmsnarl with Eternatus and Venusaur together and take out Grimmsnarl, but that's basically all we really got to do, because that match ended in under 6 minutes. So anyways, thank you guys once again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing this team. I will be back next time with a new team. Bye-bye.